Hello to the random couple of people who may have found this video. I am Varigata Gaming and I quite like computer games. Today I am having a look at Townscaper, a sweet town builder by Oscar Stolberg with really fun sound design. Okay, let's have a look, shall we? Right, let's get straight in. Okay, as you can see, easy to start, really clear, jaunty UI there, really easy to get a hold of. You know, there's no mucking about, there's no difficult controls to get a hold of or anything like that. You can just get straight in, which is something I really like about this game actually. It makes it feel like a fun toy, like Lego or something like that. You know, you don't really need instructions, you can just build whatever you like. Another thing I really like is the grid. You can see here the grid. It's not at all uniform, so this leads to all sorts of random intricate shapes for the foundations and also for the houses themselves. You know, there's diagonals, there's tiny little squares, there's stars. Yeah, it's great, it's really cool. And I mean, having a star-shaped house, I think I'd really like that. A star-shaped mansion, I think that would be fun. Another thing that actually I really enjoy about this game is that there's a proper sense of discovery. So as I said, there's not instructions per se or anything like that. Obviously there's guides online, but you can click around and discover, as you play along, all sorts of tiny little details. So some of these foundations will have beaches attached to them. You can create gardens, you can create lighthouses. You'll find in the gardens after a bit you'll find butterflies. There are seagulls that perch on the roofs and things like that, and it's just really fun to zoom in every now and again and see all the little details that have been added to your mansions and to your towers and to your town squares. One of my favourites is bunting. If you build towers next to each other, you can get little strings of bunting and people's washing and things like that in between. So yeah, I quite like that too. Oh, another thing, whilst we're talking about tiny little details, another thing that I've noticed, if you zoom in on one of your little zoom-ins after you've created your magnificent mansion or your imposing towers or your pretty little hamlets, next to the doors or next to the railings on the pathways, you'll see maybe a tiny little pair of Wellington boots, or you'll see a little postbox on the wall, or a telescope for gazing out to sea. And I just think these little additions are wonderful. I think they're brilliant. Those are all of the ones I've seen so far. I'm hoping maybe if I continue playing I'll be able to find some more details that have been added, but I really just love those little additions. I think they make this already very sweet game that little bit more cute. So one more exceptionally cool thing that I found out very recently that you can make in Townscaper are flying castles. Now, because I don't know, an idiot or something, I have not managed to be able to make one of these. I've heard and I've read that you need to find a large symmetrical shape in the grid and build like a platform, build a foundation in that circular grid and build it up as a tower, and then when you remove the foundation underneath it you can create a flying city with little propellers underneath, which I thought sounds incredible. I've seen videos of everybody else doing it, but I don't know, I've not managed it, so that's not very impressive. I'm sure that sounds great in a video where I'm trying to push you to have a look at this game and I can't even do it myself. But anyway, if any of the maybe 2 people who have accidentally found this video have managed to do it, please let me know. And also please let me know how you did it because I'd really love to have a go. What can you use Townscaper for, except for letting your imagination run wild? Well, I reckon Townscaper would actually be really, really good for anyone who wants to do a little bit of RP in their games or whatever, and they want a bit more background. You know, if you're playing D&D, for example, you can make a proper town for your explorers and adventurers to stroll through on their way to finding more quests. You can use it if you are, you know, maybe you're creating stories, maybe you need a bit of fairy tale village scenery with scattered housing or little rows, small narrow alleys, that sort of thing. I have not really found any cons to this game. There's only one or two things. The camera is sometimes a little bit awkward to move, it sometimes has some odd angles, and you have to start building before you can zoom out. And I'd also think in the future appreciate a little bit more functionality, you know, maybe more building types. I'd also love to see things like bridges, or maybe parks instead of just gardens and things like that. But overall, really, I found Townscaper to be a really lovely little game, a really lovely building toy that you can get stuck in straight away with, and I recommend it to anyone who enjoys RP, anyone who enjoys building simulation, anyone who enjoys fairy tales, anything like that. You're gonna love it. Alright, well, that's a wrap. If you made it through the cold hard slog that is my first ever video, I congratulate you. Well done. I hope you enjoyed it. I exist on Twitter, Varigata Tweeting, Varigata T. I'll leave a link down below. Hopefully I should be uploading videos quite regularly. See you again soon. Hopefully, maybe. Goodbye.